Sunderland AFC vs Liverpool FC 10th of the 3rd 2012 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip: win for Liverpool. We have a duel, two teams which stay in the table middle of the English Premier League here, but we must consider that Sunderland AFC and Liverpool FC are in a small result crisis lately and that they've got hold of 1 point each in the last 3 rounds. These bad results have had an effect on their table placing so that the Black Cats cover the 12th position in the league first while the Reds have ranked 7th with 5 points more on the account. They are 10 points Arsenal 4th put on this one behind so that they will stay also in this season without placing into the Champions League. The beginning, 10th of the 3rd 2012, 16. In the first leg of these two teams at the Canfield Road a draw was played while the Reds have been much more successful in the mutual duels of the two teams within the last years. We already have said that the team plays a little worse in the second half of the season from Sunderland to the very good start, but they have managed to qualify in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup in the meantime so that coach O'Neill cannot be too dissatisfied. 2 defeats in sequence against Arsenal and WBA were apparently the result of the double load so that they've handed in a good game in the guest performance against Newcastle at the last weekend again and to a point come. You had a great chance to come to the 3 but 2 red cards, Catamel and Sessegnon, have cost it very much because, one Colin one, has shot the experienced Amiabe in compensation in the last minute. Coach O'Neill must employ 2 new players against the Reds and these probably will be the young midfield player callback and the go-getter Campbell while the defence row will remain unchanged, since it has finished off its job against Newcastle very well. Furthermore 3 injured defensive players and to be more precise Brown, Bramble and Angele, will be cancelled. Expected list: Sunderland, Mignolet, Bradley, O'Shea, Gymnast, Richardson, Larson, Gardner, Callback, McLean, Campbell, Bendtner. Only 1 point in the last 3 derbies means the end of the hope of the team from Liverpool for one of the Champions League positions in the league. Obviously the popular Reds have concentrated on the National Cups too much so that they have the trace brought in and collected after which an outwards defeat them in the Premier League first one home draw against Monu as well as against Arsenal FC at the Canfield Road. The last defeat had to be offensively played particularly painfully because they have collected a goal against in the last minute and this only proves that the charges of the coach Dalglish simply do not know because the concentration falls off in the defence for them in such situations. Definitely such a case happened to them against Arsenal but one must consider that they have missed the injured Johnson and Aja in the defence at that time. These 2 players have represented the biggest defence barrier in the Premiership together with Skrtel and Jose Enrique for a while. Until recently they are the team in the league with fewest collected goals against. In the duel against Sunderland in which the injured midfield players Lucas and Gerhard will be cancelled we expect that they give the defence much more attention and the attack very much of the atmosphere. The Suarez were brilliant Uruguayan takeoff, lasting. Expected list: Liverpool, Reina, Kelly, Carragher, Skrtel, Jose Enrique, Adam, Spearing, Kyatt, Henderson, Downing, Suarez. Under normal circumstances the Reds would be big favourites but after they've collected defeats against arch-rivals in the last 2 rounds, we think that their self-confidence is shaken quite so that they probably will play with their favourite tactics against Sunderland and although will try them the game to slow down. With a careful way of playing of the hosts which is expected from them we can expect a goal-poor game.